Hi folks, and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to do a painting using the Derwent Inktense blocks, and I haven't used them for a wee while actually, but they are professional quality inks, and there's 36 in this tray, and we've got the lovely painting by Lisa Lackery on the top of it. So yeah, they've got enough colours here to make a good painting. You've got the ink wells there to do some mixing, and as you can see I've been using it quite a bit. So I usually put the ink on and I'll do the painting that way. I don't usually do a lot of mixing with the inks, but yeah. And I will also be using the Inktense pencils just to get more sort of straight lines and to create the fur sort of textures. You know, these are again, they're by Derwent, and they're really good for, like I say, for doing straight lines or fur, or just to get fine details. You know, they're really good for that. So yeah, I'll be using these to do the cat painting. So I will be painting on Reeves A5 watercolour painting boards, and I've just recently started using boards, and I'm really enjoying them. You know, they're well made, they're solid, and they have a nice texture to the surface. So yeah, I will be using the Reeves board. So yeah, brush wise, I will be using some flat brushes and some small rounds. So I'll be using the number 11 flat. I will also be using number 7 flat brush. There we go. And I will have a number 1 Daler Rowney round brush. And of course I have to use my trusty Escoda number 10 Perla brush. Really love this brush. It's great for the intricate detail that I'm going to be using on the cat. So yeah. So I have sketched out the cats here, and printed out a photo of it just to get the colour references, just to get the shadows and the reflections, and to see what direction the fur is in. So yeah, all set. So I decided that I'll paint the eyes first because I really want to get the detail sorted first, then I can work on the next bit. So yeah, I've picked out the colours that I want to use. I've got an ink black, and I'm going to use sun yellow first, then into mustard, apple green, and iron green for the sort of darker parts there. Of course, ink black for the iris, and I've got an iris blue for the highlights. So let's get into the painting. So I am just going to start off using the yellow colour. There we go. Just a nice start to the layering effect on the eyes. You know, I'll start from light and I'll go to dark, and I'm just putting in a quick layer here of the yellow colour. This is going to be the lightest part of the eye. And the thing is with the Inktense, it dries really quick as well, and it's permanent, so it'll always be there. You know what I mean? It's like no like watercolour where you can lift it off. It's permanent, so you can't really lift any of the ink off. And I'm just going to pick the next colour here, which is the mustard, and I'm just going to find the parts in the photo where it's a wee bit darker than the yellow, and I'm trying to get this sort of stripy effect that you get in eyes. I don't know what you call it, but yeah, I'm just dabbing away there. Always looking at my reference photo just to make sure I'm getting a bit of accuracy. And yeah, there we go. Next up I will use the apple green colour. It's a nice bright green, and like I says again, I'm looking at my reference photo, and I'm just trying to get the pattern that is in the cat's eye. You know, you've always, even though it's a bit like just like following fur lines, you know, you've still got to do the right contour just to make the eye look 3D. So yeah, always observing. And the sort of trick with eyes is to build it up in layers. You just can't do it in one layer. No, you want it to have a depth to it. And there's all sorts of different colours, especially in cat's eyes. So yeah, trying to make it interesting by putting different shapes in and trying to get that sort of round effect in it. So yeah, this is probably the most enjoyable part of painting any animal, is to get the eyes. If you can't, you have to get the eyes correct, or the whole painting just doesn't look correct. So yeah, going light to dark, like I says, and now I'm using the darker green, and just trying to layer it. There we go. You have to take your time as well. You know, there's no point in rushing it just to get it finished. You know, the more patience and time you spend, the better a painting will look. And yeah, so I'll paint this first eye, and then I'll do a time lapse for the second eye, just to quicken it up. But yeah, cats are one of my favourite animals, and it was a pleasure to paint this one. I'm just using a brownie colour, just a spotted, just a hint of brown in the eye. So I've decided to use that, and just to pick out bits and pieces in the eye. So yeah, as you can see, it's building up nicely. You know, I'm starting to get that sort of watery, sort of glass-like effect that eyes have, and you don't want to overdo it as well. You just, you know, take your time, observe. You know, being an artist is all about observation, and then you paint what you see. You know, there's no point in just putting paint down just for the sake of putting paint in. So yeah, picking the dark green colour again. I've let it dry for a wee bit, and I'm going back over it again with another layer, and yeah, you can see it's building up. Just trying to get that effect. Picking out the darker parts of the eye now. Just wee bits and pieces, you know, you don't want to overdo it. Just enough. And I'm using my favourite brush, Escoda. It's a tiny wee brush, you know, you probably don't realise how small this brush is because I'm zoomed right in. But yeah, it's one of, I think it's the smallest brush I've got in my set. But it's really well made, and you know, like I say, it's my go-to brush for details. I believe I got it from Amazon. I think it was on in a sale. So yeah, there we go. I'm back to using a wee bit of the apple green again, just to bring more colour into the eye. I'm using a bit of a drier technique here, just to try and get that sort of jagged sort of effect. And like I say, I'm taking my time with it with the eyes, because this is the most important part of a painting. The eyes are the windows to the soul, as they say, and this is true for animals as well. Because that's the focus of the painting, you know. If you want, everybody wants to see into folks' eyes, you know. It's the first bit of contact and stuff. I'm using back to that sort of a brownie colour again, I believe. In fact, I think I tried to put some white gouache in this, but it was white ink in it, but it was a wee bit too weak. I tried mixing it with a bit of the browner thing, but it didn't really show up, so I think I gave that up pretty soon. You see it's slightly there, but it'll dry and it might not show much of an effect. But yeah, if you don't try things out, you don't know what works and what doesn't. Just dabbing a wee bit there, just trying a wee bit different technique. And yeah, building it up gradually. So I decided to use a purple undercoat for the iris first, as if you had just used black, it sometimes makes it a bit flat looking. So what I usually do with eyes is I'll use a purple colour or a blue below the black as it's just a subtle difference with it, but it really does enhance an eye. So yeah, I've used the one of the purple colours first, and then I'll go in with the black ink. I could have left it like that, you know, even with the purple it looks pretty good. But yeah, I was pondering there whether to use the black, I think. But oh no, sorry, I'm going back to use I think I'm using a bit of a dark, I'm using the mustard here, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I think I might have put the white ink in again, trying again. But did it work? I'm not sure if it worked or no. Well, it's not bad. I can see a difference there. So yeah, I'll say it did work. So now I'm ready to use the ink black, and there we go. Putting it in, and just to try and get that sharp edge, and I want to keep that white highlight there. Just that really is the icing on the cake, that white spot, as you'll see when I finish the eye, you know, it really does make a difference. That's what makes the eye stand out, because it is life. So now I'm using the white highlight, I'm painting the white highlight, and I'm using white acrylic ink here because it's the best I find for giving you that sort of really white part that you need. If you see here, I'm layering it in again. The Derwent ink white just doesn't work. White gouache works, but if I really want a white, I'll use the acrylic white ink. Just I've let it spill too much there, so I'm trying to rescue the iris. Dabbing it out there, it's not too bad. That's could have been a lot worse, but yeah. There we go. Everybody makes mistakes, you know. It's part and parcel of painting. So yeah, it's looking not too bad though. So still building up the white in the eye, and as you see here, I'm into the black part of the iris, This is what you should look for in a painting when you're an artist. Is try and get that contrast. Always when you find two shapes or whatever, you want one to be lighter, one to be darker. So I want to build up this sort of wee reflection here. As you see there, really does stand out when you've got the white and the black there. So yeah, just working away there. Finding wee bits of highlights again. As you can see, it's coming to life now. When I've put that wee bit of white there, really did make a difference. There we go. So just as a final thing, I'm going to use the Faber-Castell watercolour pencil. This is burnt ochre, just to finish off the eye here. And as you see, it just brings a wee touch more enhancement to the eye. You don't want it just too green. You want a couple of wee bits of brown in there. And I'm just sort of lightly doing it there, and I've changed to a bit of a more of a yellowy orange colour, just to try and get a wee bit of a difference there, just to make it more interesting. Yeah. Now I'm going to start painting the rest of the cat, and I'm going to use the purple for the darker areas as an undercoat, then I'll go back with some of the black, but I'm just lightly shading here. As you see with the pencils, you get a more accurate line. You can control the ink a bit sort of better than you can with a brush. Obviously it's drier, but once you add water to it, you'll see that it will bring out the colour. So yeah, pencils, really they complement the ink blocks, I believe. I don't think you should have just one ink. You need both of them, as they both do different jobs, really. And you'll see in the painting that for all the sort of darkest areas of the cat, I'll use purple below black, just as the same as I did with the iris. Here I'm using I've dampened my brush, and you see how much pigment is in these ink pencils. Really is purple. So just working away here, just to try and get the darker areas of the nose. And I really took my time with this painting. It wasn't one I was wanting to rush through. I was really enjoying the process. And inks, I think the Inktense, you can be a wee bit more sort of accurate than watercolour. It's just the nature of inks, I believe. So yeah, just trying to get that fur-like effect, just to break up that line. And you don't want it all to be sort of strong pigment. You want lighter bits and darker bits, just to add interest to it. I realise this is going to be a long video again. I was planning on it to be about 20 minutes long, but we're already at 20 minutes, so yeah, I hope you're enjoying it, as much as I enjoyed painting it. But yeah, it's going to be good reference for me as well to go back and see how I painted this, you know. The thing with the Reeves art boards as well, they dry pretty quick on it. I've realised, you know, when I was painting this, the ink really did dry quick, and I could just sort of go and layer as much as I want.